Hello everyone, I'm Topher and I welcome you to Fat 50 and Running a Marathon. I'm glad you stopped by. Let me ask you something. Do you chew your food 32 times before you swallow it? That's right. Experts say you should chew each bite of food 32 times. And mind you, that's the minimum number of times you're supposed to chew each bite. Depending on the consistency of what you're eating, in some instances, you're supposed to chew as many as 50 times. Back in the 1980s, I was told in grade school to chew each bite of food 26 times. I can tell you with absolute certainty that I don't come anywhere close to that number. I won't bother listing every site I found saying the ideal number of times to chew each bite was at least 32. It is amazing, however, that everyone seems to have accepted this despite the fact that no one I found cited who specifically came up with that number or how they did. The main point that I read over and over again at every site was to make sure that each bite has no more texture to it. None. When you think it's liquefied, it's not. And when you think you've liquefied it after that, you still haven't. It may seem as though you're biting into liquid, but those same nameless experts from before assure us unless we manage 32 chews, we haven't properly dissolved the food. My friends who served in the military, especially those in the Navy, can eat a whole pig in 6 bites. The military demands everything get done quickly, including eating. And let me just take a moment to express my respect and gratitude to all veterans out there. Thank you for your service. But if you are a vet and you are back among us civilians and you are still eating like you're in country, I'm going to ask you for your own health to at least slow down a little while eating, even if you can't bring yourself to chew your food 32 times. So what are the reasons for chewing each bite 32 times? Well, I'm glad you asked. Here's a short list I've compiled, and I've included sources down below, despite the fact that none of them really showed much scientific research. To begin, taste. The most obvious reason, especially if you like to eat as much as I clearly do, is by chewing your food fully, you're savoring each bite. The taste of your food should be something that brings you joy. If your diet doesn't consist of food worth savoring, you should really consider changing what you're eating. It's just that simple. Reason number 2 is eating less. This actually has 2 benefits. If you're eating less, you're spending less. And secondly, if like me, you need to lose weight, it's helpful in the battle of the bulge. But even if you're someone who needs to put on weight, I'm still going to encourage you to completely chew your food, for the third and probably most important reason. Digestion. By chewing each bite 32 or more times, you're increasing the amount of saliva in your mouth, which pretty much everyone seemed to agree is beneficial in digesting. On top of that, those nameless experts claim by pulverizing your food prior to swallowing it, you're doing a great deal of the grunt work for your digestive system. By so doing, you're making it easier for your digestive system to properly distribute the nutrients you've given your body. Now to be fair, I've put a link to an interview down below from a dietitian who says that this is pure hooey. Her claim is that it's more important to eat slowly in order to let your brain become aware that you've eaten. Again, for all this supposed research, I can't find much in the way of scientific studies proving or disproving any of this. Look, aside from this one dietitian, every other article, interview, or blog entry says that thoroughly chewing your food is beneficial for your body. Frankly, I don't see the downside. Even if your digestive system can break down enormous bites of food not properly chewed, and even if it can distribute nutrition to the rest of your body no matter what size chunks you're swallowing, if for no other reason than you're cutting down on choking hazards, I think it's a good idea to completely and thoroughly chew your food. But if you think I'm dead wrong, I'd really like to hear from you in the comments. And if you found good, solid scientific research for either pro or con chewing your food, please leave that down below too. Only by taking care of ourselves first are we capable of taking care of others. Topher.